the undead, where evil lurks in every shadow and monsters roam the streets. Mankind's only survival rests in the hands of two Welsh warriors, armed with boomsticks, chainsaws, bad language. These beacons of hope will stop at nothing to obliterate deadites, vampires, psychotic nurses. So, hold tight, strap in, and let the professionals take charge. Otherwise, you're in for a rough, blood-soaked night.
Hey, evening all. Everything all right?
All right, Jenks. I thought your mic went then.
No, I did. I forgot to press the button.
You all right?
Yeah, it blew my my sort of big start, and it was off. The guy, I rehearsed it for months, and then like, all right,
Pacing back and forth.
yeah, yeah. Hey, I only saw you yesterday.
I know. Today? No, I didn't see you today.
No, I didn't see you. Yeah, we've been up London together with our other halves. And yeah, we saw Inside Number 9, the musical. No, not the musical.
The musical.
The live show, Stage Fright. Really good.
It was amazing. I've been lifelong fans of these guys, in particular, Rhys Shearsmith and Steve Pemberton.
Yeah.
And seeing them live was just outstanding. Just seeing them there on the stage. The show was great anyway, but it was a bonus seeing those guys. And I got to meet them, and I was absolutely gobsmacked.
Yeah, awesome.
We went to the 2:30 showing, and I went back there then at about 10:30 after their last showing, waited by the stage doors, and out they came, and we didn't buy a program. The only thing I had on me for them to sign was a train ticket. So I've got a train ticket with Rhys Shearsmith and Steve Pemberton's autograph on.
Yes. Yeah, true fan. Didn't even buy a program.
Well, when I was queuing, my girlfriend was like, right, I'm going to run to the front, see if I can get a program. It was closed, obviously. It was 10:30.
Yeah. Oh, that's a shit there. Can you imagine they were asked you and said, no program, no signature. You'd be thinking, oh, you've ruined my illusion of you.
I was pissed and confident at that point. We'd been drinking for most of the day. So I was like, hey, Rhys, mate, can I get a photo? And they're like, sorry, guys, no photos. There's too many people. So I was like, will you sign this train ticket then?
Do you know me though? If I didn't stay up to meet them, I couldn't be bothered. But like if I'm the type to go like this, if I was drunk, I love you guys, but episode 4 was not your. Why didn't you put this? Yes. As if they're like, oh, thanks for your feedback, stranger.
Yeah.
It's like you always imagine like they're interested in what you think.
Yeah.
It's like, mate, shut up.
No, because they speak to hundreds of people like you every day.
I remember having a dream. I'm a big Oasis fan. I had a dream that I was in a bar with a coffee shop with Noel Gallagher, telling him why he didn't put certain songs on the album. He put them on the B-sides, and in the dream he goes, "Shut the fuck up." I'm like, oh, I'm not even trying to help.
Even in your own dream, like.
Even in my own dream, I was spot on. You would tell me to fuck off. Yeah. No, we had a whale of a time. I'm not as much. Yes,
it was great.
I'm not as much. I love Inside Number 9, and I love them guys, but I'm just I'm not such a autograph guy, and I do envy you. I know you have a lot of pleasure, and I don't. I think it's what's good about that hit the dopamine you get is that you got to work for it. You went there and you waited in the cold, and then it was all the more special, I say.
Yeah, definitely, because when we got there was just us two and another couple, and I thought, they've been doing this show for weeks now. They're not going to come out after every show. So I thought we may as well wait around. And then, honestly, within 10 minutes, there was hundreds of people queuing all around the building. And we were right at the front, and then we went and queued up again.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Fair play. No, it's good. I just don't get the same pleasure, but I am envious. It's a bit like, you know, I grew up on like superheroes and horror, and that's where I get my thrill. And I am envious of Star Wars fans because I don't have that connection, and I never turn my nose up at it. I always think, oh, do you know, I understand how awesome it is to get excited about something.
God, yeah.
Yeah, it's great. Well, we got some quite a lot in the chat today. Should we read a few comments before we start?
Yeah, do you want me to start going through them?
Go on then, you start.
Right, we've got a good friend of the channel, Movie Squirm. Guys, if you haven't checked out Movie Squirm's channel, get over. He's an awesome guy. We've done a few collabs. We've been on his channel. He's been on ours.
Yeah.
He's a great guy from the UK. Definitely check his channel out.
Yeah.
Movie Squirm.
Oh, come on now.
Says, hi lads, hope you're both well. Enjoyed the first 2 acts of The Monkey, but the third went a bit of a tonal shift and became a bit messy, I thought. Overall, still a lot of fun. Yes, we'll definitely get into that.
Yes.
But yeah, cheers for jumping on, John. Appreciate it. We've got Wendy Palfrey. Evening, Curtis and Jenks. Evening, Wendy. We've got Jill John. Evening, Curtis. Jenks. Hi to everyone. Hope everyone
Jill.
had a good weekend. Hi, Jill. We've got Tyler Peck. What's good, everyone? What's happening, pal? Thanks for jumping on.
Have you had Tyler before? Tyler Peck?
I don't think so. The name doesn't scream at me.
Tyler, if it's your first time, thanks for jumping on. Really appreciate it.
Just saw The Monkey yesterday. I enjoyed it. Thought the kills were gruesome. I was not expecting that.
Yeah. Fair play.
We've got Batshit Scary. Hey, everyone. How you doing, pal? Jordan Moran. Hi all. With you in a jiff. John, you can't change your profile photo, pal. I was like, who the hell is that? You used to see in a profile photo. Yeah. Man. We've got Hugh. Happy Sunday all. I was going to say happy birthday then.
Awesome. Hi, Hugh.
We've got Ab Palf. Hey all. Hi, Ab. We've got Tyler Adams. Hi, Tyler, mate. How you doing? We've got Gina. Hi, everyone. Hi, Gina. Gina says, can we please do a shout out to Jamie to get well soon as she's in hospital? I don't know if she'll be watching, but it would be nice to do. Oh, no way. Well, yes, all the best to Jamie.
Yes.
I hope she's all good.
I hope she's okay. But, you know, being in hospital is no excuse for missing the show. I mean, come on. You know.
We've got David. What was your favourite kill? We'll circle back round to that one, pal. I will answer your question, but we'll get into the review. And, I'll definitely answer.
And I don't think I've seen you before, Dave. So thanks for jumping on, David.
Yeah. We've got Ella Star. Hi, Ella. And we've got the infamous Don Keat. Hi, guys. Hope you have a lovely weekend.
Oh, she made
it.
Hiya,
Don.
She catches the last 2 minutes, so we say goodbye. Hey, Curtis.
We'll give you another half hour, Don, all right? We'll
give
you another half hour.
Just for you. Curtis, I shit you not, right? I'm just coincidentally wearing my Das Monkey t-shirt. I honestly, I just
chucked it on like.
It's just my t-shirt I really like. And I was like, I just looking thinking, oh my God, it says Monkey on it. Complete coincidence. How good is that? Right, hang on. Let me get my stuff together. Wait there. Give me a second.
Oh, come on, James.
I know. It's
plenty of time.
Yes, we are talking The Monkey.
Yes.
I saw it. I was lucky enough to see it on an early screening last week. It was the worst, best kept secret on one of these screaming scenes. It was obviously The Monkey. Yeah. I don't think there's any surprises. But yeah, I saw it. I'll give you the gist of what I thought.
Jenks,
thought, what?
Try and be a little bit nice today now, all right?
I will.
Because I've seen it today, and I thought I'm not going to tell you anything. What I think. No stars, nothing. But be kind. I don't want to argue today, all right?
No, I was thinking now when you said that Darren and Frank from the Slaughtered Lamb said that we always argue, and I was thinking on the train home from London, like, not everybody knows we're cousins.
Yeah.
And I thought,
these guys are going to fall out soon.
Yeah, and I don't want to be the channel who just like, let's watch these guys. They hate each other. It's like, no.
Yeah.
And it's
it's like the Who in it. People only went to see them because they would smash their gear up. And then they were like, guys, we can't afford to keep smashing our gear up.
Yeah, not smashing my background. It took me ages.
Ripping your canvas.
Yeah. Right, I'll give you my summary of it. I've actually, so I think it's a
2 seconds. let me just answer this for Ella. Sorry, Jenks.
Yeah, cool.
Ella, this is going to be a spoiler-free review. We're not going to get into any deep details. Just our basic thoughts,
Yes.
I'd say. But yeah, don't worry, there's not going to be any spoilers.
And if you're new to our channel, we never give spoilers. We've never done a spoiler review.
Wait. You did spoil Companion.
Look, she's got robot eyes. All right, not my fault. But no, genuinely, we don't even give spoilers for films that are about 40 years old. You know, just in case like you haven't seen it. You know, that's how much we love movies.
They can still get enjoyment out of a movie that's 40 years old, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, like we don't even say The Sixth Sense. We don't want to give that review. That twist away. But no, never spoilers. I should start putting them more in the description. I always forget. I always assume people assume we're not going to, but we will. Yeah, definitely no spoilers. Apart from the monkey was a ghost all along, and you know that's it. That's in the trailer. Sorry. Sorry. The trailer. I can't concentrate, Kurt. This monkey around my image beer.
Oh, Jenks, be a professional, like.
It just looks like me with legs. It does, doesn't it? Look.
It does a little bit. Come on, Jenks, get into that sweet review, pal.
I watched the movie. Look, I'm not going to shit in it like I did Heart Eyes. This film was perfectly fine. It was a film of two halves for me. The first half was really good, and the second half kind of went off a cliff. And that's probably everything I feared this film would be. It was. I thought, how much are they going to stretch this simple concept out of like a 30-minute to a 45-minute story? And it's exactly what happened. The last half was convoluted. I don't like when they have twins in films played by the same person. It's always distracting. And some of the characters for me were overly comedic. And particularly the priest. Don't know why he was a douchebag. It's like, it's just as if the director was just throwing shit at the wall and see what stick. Wouldn't it be funny if we had this stoner idiot vicar, priest, whatever, and it's like, why? Well, you know, he's an idiot and and he swears, and like, you can't just throw him in because you think it's funny.
Did you get the name of the babysitter though?
No,
don't say it. You didn't.
I know. I was no, I might have tuned out by then. What was it?
Oh,
you're not allowed
Annie
to say.
Wilkes. Yeah. Annie Wilkes.
Oh, yeah, I might have. Yeah, I did know that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
It's very that again. That's a bit on the nose. She's too popular. I would have rather a lower level one. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get
it's that. It's like calling him John Pennywise. Thinking, oh, really? That's a bit on the nose, isn't it? But that's how it felt. I'm not going to shit in it. It was very Final Destination meets the monkey's paw when you make wishes and all that. But even the deaths weren't that clever, apart from a couple. I know, but that's what do you think, Kurt?
So I agree with you in one sense. It is a film of two halves. The second half, it did lose me a little bit. My interest did start dropping in the second half, right? But the first half is absolutely fantastic. It feels like a Stephen King movie. It looks great. The one thing that did surprise me is it wasn't as violent as I thought it was going to be. Now, I was super engaged in the first half, but I feel like this whole film was based around it being a murder movie, and it was going to be full of insane deaths, people dying in crazy ways. But a lot of the deaths were shown in the trailer. They didn't really bring anything new in the film. But yeah, the first half's fantastic. I think, what's his name now? Theo James.
Theo James.
He's great in it. He's a really likable actor. I think everything he's done that I've seen him in, he's been great in.
Yeah.
I disagree with you on the twin front. I thought he played both of them great. It wasn't distracting. I feel like they had distinguishing features to tear them apart.
No, you didn't mix them up, but it was just I don't like when they do it. It's silly.
No, okay, fair enough. But yes, I will say the second half, I did start to lose a bit of interest. I never thought I'd say this, but I didn't want a story with this film. I didn't want this big story and this big conclusion. Yeah. I just wanted a movie with a killer doll monkey, and that's it. I just want him trying to get away from this monkey, and it didn't have to have this big ending.
Yeah.
Now, you either make a better story or you just make it one thing, and that's what I was going in and expecting. But it's going to be a movie that I'm going to buy on physical media. I enjoyed it enough for that. I thought the first half was great, and I'm looking forward to watching it again. But I did walk out a little bit disappointed.
Yeah. So like some of the deaths, okay, were like, so I'll talk about the deaths you see in the trailer, okay, because you see a lot of them, so I don't feel like they're spoilers. So like you got the death with, so some of the deaths are very much like Final Destination. You something snaps and it rolls, and it's like a bit of a mousetrap thing where the rope snaps and whatever happens. Yeah. But there's some of the deaths is dumb. Like there's one death where the woman's going to jump in the pool, right? And it's electrified because something's happened, and he goes, no, and you see that in the trailer. But instead of just getting electrocuted, she explodes. And I'm like, oh, but that's not what would happen. She would just get fried. And it was just like, if you want blood and guts, you need to create deaths that would make blood and guts. Don't use something that wouldn't.
Yeah.
Like with a shotgun, it's fine. That a shotgun to the head would cause all sorts of mess. But it's just a little bit lazy.
Yeah, I get that.
I don't want to go into spoilers, but I will just say very vaguely, just for your benefit, who hasn't seen it. Bees, that was shit. Do you know? You obviously know what I'm talking about.
It may have defied any sort of law of physics or whatever you want to call it, but it was a pretty cool scene.
That to me was very CGI fest.
Yeah,
it took me out of it. Too much magic-y. And again, something happens at the end that's very odd, if you know what I mean. At the very end, I can't say anything. It's not amazing. It's just like it's a little, to me, it's a little bit self-indulgent of Oz Perkins, of like just throwing everything in. And I don't think he's kind of earned it yet to be that sort of like, oh no, I'm Oz Perkins, I can do what I want.
I mean, Longlegs made 120 million on a 10 million budget, so I think he can do what he wants.
Fuck, I think he spent that on the marketing. That was on every fucking trailer film I watched.
Yeah. To be fair.
Yeah, so I would say I would recommend it. If you like a bit of death. I was surprised it was a 15. I was always assuming, because Heart Dies was an 18, and this felt more violent than
Look at
Heart
Abigail.
Dies.
Abigail was an 18s. That did not warrant an 18s.
Yeah.
And I'm shocked that this one was a 15s. Though it is a violent movie. A lot of people do die, even though it weren't as much as I was expecting or as violent as I was expecting. I think it just borders on the threshold of being R-rated. 18 rated.
Yeah.
There's some nasty scenes in it, and this is, as you know, Jenk, this film is right up my street. And when we spoke yesterday, you said that you knew I'd enjoy it more than you, and not because you're fussier than me. It's just because these are the type of movies that I like, and I don't need this big, rich, full story. I don't need everything to make sense. I just want a really good horror movie with good deaths sometimes.
Yeah. That's yeah.
And that's what the first half gave me. The boy who plays the younger version of them, he was in Cocaine Bear as well. And weirdly, I kind of compare these two films, very similar in tone. Cocaine Bear and this, they got the same sort of dark humor and gore. I can't remember his name now, but again, he obviously, one actor played the two twins. He was great in it as well. And I loved their story at the start when they first find the monkey, and then them finding out what the monkey's capable of, and then they're kind of toying with her and playing with it to see what it can do. And then, even though Theo James was great in the second half, that's when I started to lose interest.
Yeah, I didn't even realise it was the same kid playing the same roles.
In like one actor, like.
Well, I knew they were twins, but I couldn't remember if they were identical twins. And then obviously when Theo was playing the same guy, I was like, oh, the two boys must have been the same, because they did seem different. Even though it was only glasses that were separating them, they did feel like two different kids. And I suppose what was decent, you don't really see the other twin of Theo James that much.
No, yeah.
It's not like if you've seen like Van Damme films when there's two of them, the double impact, and one's got a mullet, one's got short hair. And it's like, oh, for fuck's sake, both got the same exact same muscles.
Yeah.
But like, yeah. So I was gonna say now, I've forgotten. But yeah, it was overly quirky for me. That's what I was gonna say. So, do you remember a film called The Box? Right,
With
Richard
Cameron
Kelly.
Diaz.
Yeah, Richard Kelly. He disappeared after that. The guy did Donnie Darko, and that was based on a short story by Richard Matheson from Twilight Zone called Button Button. Right now, press this button and you'll get $1 million, and somebody will die you don't know. Now that is a really good premise for a short story, for a half an hour episode of Twilight Zone, because the shorter the episode, the less questions you have to ask. Hang on, where did it come from? Da, 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 da. Once you expand these things to 90 minutes, 2 hours, you've got to give people some sort of explanation, and that's where these things are a problem. I think like like I said, if it had been an hour long, nobody would have cared where the monkey was from. You could have just had a very weird ending. Didn't have to have a big finale. It could just been death after death after death. I don't know. It wouldn't have mattered,
Yeah. Of course. No, I get you. But I do think though that the monkey doesn't need to be explained, and I don't think it really does or tries to. It is just a killer monkey. We don't know its origins or where it came from, why it's evil, why it does what it does.
No, I suppose.
But yes, like overall, I would still highly recommend this one. I wouldn't say it's a fully fledged horror movie. It's obviously got a lot of horror elements, but I would recommend it. And I would even recommend going to see it in cinema. I saw it on the biggest screen I've ever been in. I couldn't believe it. I walked into Odeon. I was like, Jesus Christ, how have I never been in this screen? It was
bigger than the one we
massive.
went to see Evil Dead Rise.
Oh, maybe, Jenks. It was huge.
Was it IMAX or something?
Oh, I don't know. It was just screen 6, but I don't, maybe it wasn't as big, but maybe I was sitting close. I don't know, but I was like, Jesus Christ!
Right in the front row. Fuck, is this big? Kurt, you're in the front row. Oh shit, sorry.
But I really hope this film does well. I think Oz is a very good director, even though I was a little bit disappointed with Longlegs. And I can't say I was disappointed with this one because I wasn't going in with high expectations of going to watch a horror masterpiece. I was going in to see what I saw, and it's just mindless fun, and that's exactly what it does. But like you said, Jenks, the second half tries to get a bit too intelligent with it, and I would have liked it to have just stayed flat like it does in the first half. Don't overdo things, don't over-explain things, just let it run, let the monkey kill people. I would have been much happier. And I give this one, Jenks, a solid 3.5 stars.
Solid half. I would 3 stars. It's scraped. I don't like doing half stars. I think it's
I'm a Letterboxd man, right? So I review all my films on Letterboxd. So I will always review what I've got on that. So if you look at my Letterboxd, it's 3.5 stars. I really enjoyed it. I had a really fun time with it. But if I didn't have this podcast, I wouldn't be talking about the critiques I'm talking about now. But because we're here to review a film, I'll go into what I didn't like about it. But in general, I haven't got much bad to say about this film, guys. Go in with low expectations of this isn't a big movie. It's not going to change the face of horror, and it's not going to become an iconic movie, I don't think. But it's a fun film.
Yeah, it's so... I keep forgetting what I was going to say. We must drinking too much this weekend. I think, if it does really well, obviously we'll probably get a sequel, but it's probably not going to do well. You can't predict anything anymore, can you?
It's doing all right. I think it's opened up to 14 million, and pre-sale tickets, I think it's the highest Neon's ever had for a release.
Is it?
So, it's doing well. It's everywhere. Like, we were up in London and there's billboards everywhere for it. So they're confident in it, and I think it's going to do a fair bit. I think it'll easily reach over 50.
I wonder if their business models of films have changed since streaming, because they tend to come out of cinemas quite quick these days, and they're straight on to streaming to rent, not to like watch on Netflix.
Yeah.
Like, so I was watching Hard Eyes hasn't performed that well. It's probably not even going to break even.
I think It's made 24 million on an 80 million budget.
Yeah, so it's got to make at least 50 to 60 million to break even with
Yeah.
marketing and everything. So I wonder though if they kind of like think the box office isn't the main metric anymore, because it used to be when I was young, and you, I suppose, it was in the cinema for so many weeks, depending on how well it was doing. You'd have to wait at least 6 months before you could rent it, and then possibly another 6 months before you could buy it. And it's only when DVDs came out where you could rent and buy simultaneously.
Yeah.
Before that, you couldn't. You'd have to wait. And I would argue that was a better system. But I think they kind of stopped it because of piracy, and it was just easier to sell it quicker. I think that was one of the main reasons why they sped it up.
Yeah.
Does it
God, you went off on one end, didn't you? Jesus, I forgot what we were talking about.
Monkey. Yeah, I'd recommend it. Look, if you want a bit of death, but I think even if you enjoy it, the problems with the second half are so gaping. You'd have to enjoy in spite of it. You're not gonna. I doubt if you're gonna go, oh, the second half was brilliant. I think you just think,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
I don't care. It's still fun. Still a lot of death.
Yes, that's exactly where I'm at with it. I thought I lost my interest a little bit in the second half, but I didn't really care, to be honest. I think it gave me exactly what I went there to see, and that's all it needed to do for me, to be honest. But
Yeah.
like I said, I give it 3.5 stars. It's not gonna be a film that's gonna change horror, but it's a bloody fun watch.
Yes. So going back to if David's still with us, I'll read a few of these now. So David asked earlier, what was your favourite kill?
Yeah.
Um, I would say, well, again, don't want to give any spoilers. It doesn't matter. I probably would say it was the restaurant, the simplicity of it
Oh, I would
with
say the exact same
with
thing.
the knife. That was
Yeah, yeah,
just very
yeah.
simple. Um, the laziest one was I can't say who dies because it's a spoiler, but the bleeding everywhere. That was
Yeah.
lazy. I thought, oh,
Yeah, it was quite lazy, yeah.
is that it? Well, I want something to happen. I want a bowling ball to fall. I want something else to happen. That's just like, oh, aneurysm. What the fuck? What a waste, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me just,
Surely he could have conjured up something worse than an aneurysm.
yeah, whatever it was. They said some convoluted nonsense. I can read a few of these now. So Don Keats says, get well soon, Jamie. Very nice. Wishing you well. We know I can't remember where you were. Saw the monkey. Oh, cool, right. So Tyler Adams says saw the monkey in early access. Really loved it. Yeah, same here. I watched it in early access. I wouldn't say I really loved it, but did like it. Sorry, if you've seen that. I can't remember where you were. Oh yeah, here we are. Okay, Jordan Moran says saw it yesterday, enjoyed it, but definitely not a horror. Pitch black comedy, yes, I would agree. Reminded me of early Tim Burton type humor, but way more gory. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
What did you think of the film though? Other than it not being a horror, did you enjoy it,
Shit.
Jordan? Shit.
Yeah. I'm new to the channel. Listen,
Well,
it could be your last time you're on the channel after after today. Stay on the channel. Thank you, David.
welcome, David. Thanks for
Yeah,
jumping on,
yeah.
pal.
I love, it's a relatively new channel, especially the lives, and obviously we see the same people week in, week out. But when somebody new pops up, it's so nice. And then when you see them the week later, you're thinking, oh yes,
Yes.
he
Yeah,
did.
definitely.
Yeah, Jenks' review. It's shit. Is that a thing now? Is that me now?
It is a thing, Jenks.
Bad. Yeah.
You've done this to yourself.
I'm just honest, okay? I'm an artist, okay? I see flaws in things and I see beauty in things. It's not my fault. Ella Star, OMG, I was just about to comment on the perfectly placed monkey in the background. Yeah, I know. I know. And because Curtis is very precious about being on the left side or right side, whatever.
I like consistency, Jenks.
Yeah, look.
Look at that. That looks
He
disgusting.
doesn't look as good as me as a monkey.
I'm the leading man, so I need to be on the left. So I'm the first thing people see when they come on, you know?
Yeah. That's where people tune in, isn't it? Right then. So David asked, how many kills were there? Well, there wasn't
20
quite.
plus.
Don't make me. Yeah, it was quite a few. It was enough. Like it wasn't shy.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
It was very Final Destination, but Not as good in my opinion. Better than Final Destination 4, but not the other ones. Yeah. She rants. She rants. Sorry. How's it going, guys? How's it going to you? Yes, thanks
Hey
for
mate, how
jumping
you
on.
doing? Thank you for jumping on, pal.
Gina says, my friend's mum used to have a clapping monkey. Yes, it's the Toy Story 3 one. That terrifying
Yeah.
one. The
Did you hear what? Did you hear what Disney done?
What? Try to sue
So,
him.
so the monkey, it was supposed to have the chimes,
Yeah.
but Disney have copyrighted that monkey, even though they didn't create that. That was before Disney. The
Yeah.
cover for Monkey Shines has got that monkey on it. Georgia Romero's one, but
Yeah.
they had to change. They had to change this film for it to have drums, which I think worked out better because I loved the way it banged on the drums.
Well, that's the
Um,
thing. Yeah.
but Disney have copyrighted that particular monkey.
That's bad. That is. It's not even.
Yeah.
So they're going to copyright Barbie because it's Barbie in it.
Yeah, exactly. I felt like that monkey was a homage to a horror film because they are always homage in horror films in Toy Story.
Well,
It's just a bit
yeah.
ridiculous.
Well, that was the most frightening thing on the baby in Toy Story 3. That the sort of screaming monkey.
Yeah.
And yeah, Disney, fucking hell. Anyway, my mum's friend, sorry, my friend's mum used to have a clapping monkey. I hated it. Looking forward to this though, and I know it's a drumming monkey. You guys seen Robbie Williams' Monkey? It sounds like a laugh.
I've
Right.
heard it's incredible.
Yeah,
Better Man.
Better Man. I would say I do fancy it. They probably just shouldn't have spent so much money on the film on her TV on a star that hasn't been relevant for a long time and is not a big star in America.
Yeah,
Very odd.
of course.
I don't know what who thought that. So Tyler Adams said, thought the kids felt more like twins. Also by one actor. Yes.
Yes, definitely, pal.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a
I think
cracking little actor he is. Fair play.
Yeah, well, I didn't even realize the same kid.
Yeah. Well, that's on you, Jenks. That's on you
that's
for
on
being a
me.
bit stupid.
I was quite tired watching this. I did, yeah. But yeah. So Gina says, so you're saying I should wait until DVD or Blu-ray is cheap? Asking that I usually do. I find the price drops after 3 months over here. What's S6 and Fast X? What's S6?
Cost of $5.
What? What's S6?
I don't know. Yes. I'm impatient. I never wait for them to drop, but I am always a little bit disappointed when I spend £30 on a 4K and then it's in the 2 for 30 deal. Like a month later?
Yes. Gina says, don't forget to send that like button. Send some love. Cheers for that. We got
Thank you, Gina.
Tyler Adams, same muscles, same bump on the noggin. What?
Double impact, Jenks. Come on.
And they've both got the same accent, even though one was raised in France in the film, one was raised in America or something. It's ridiculous. Same gym, same program. Donkey said, at the Pictures cinema, we used to call it Pictures when I was young. Did they have the monkey popcorn buckets they have in America? I've seen these. I'm jealous. We never get them, do we?
Yeah, we don't get cool shit down here. They don't give anything out. They don't offer anything cool. No. I think they offer drinks. You can get a slushy in a cool little glass, you know. Yeah. But yeah, we don't get cool popcorn buckets over here. I mean, I went to cinema a couple of weeks ago and they had the mini monkey standees there.
Yeah.
And we asked if we could have one, and she was like, "Oh, sorry, the last time we started handing them out, kids were ripping them up." I was like, "Okay, and I'm not a kid, so can I have one?"
Can I have one?
Yeah.
I mean, they may give them out. They may have these sort of cool things in like London or something, but definitely not. Definitely not where we're from. Not in Wales.
Not down here.
Yeah, we probably rip them up and smash them to bits. Yeah, I can't be trusted. Gina says, I hate monkeys. Ash. The chimps at Chester Zoo kept jumping at the fence, mainly at my brother, but that's why I don't like them.
Hey, there's no room for discrimination, right? No room for discrimination in this podcast.
Yeah. So, I went to Longleat Safari Park and on a school trip on a bus, and all the monkeys jumping on top and banging and pulling on the windscreen wipers. It's terrifying because they're quite.
Oh, is that the time you cried?
It was great. Yeah, it was about 5. And I've been to the Rock of Gibraltar, and there's monkeys everywhere. You go, they're just walking around. It's really weird. They're like pigeons, like stealing your
Who would
chips
have
and things.
thought we'd be reviewing the monkey and we'd end up talking about monkeys for half hour?
Tyler Adams says it was fun, liked it better than Heart Eyes and Companion. Fair play. I mean, definitely better than Heart Eyes, but big fan of Companion. But I won't debate it because they're both decent.
Sorry,
films.
Jenks, I didn't hear that.
What? No, no, I mean not Heart Eyes is decent. Companion is decent. Gina says, I don't know. I don't know, as I don't do cinema. I think I heard someone from England saying they got the monkey popcorn bucket. See, it's not fair. Possibly Darren from the Slaughtered Lamb.
I think Frank got one, but I think Frank's obviously out in America, isn't he? But I think Frank got a popcorn bucket. I think I seen him show it.
It's not fair, is it?
But yeah. Do you mean read a few comments, Jenks?
Yeah, go on. Just one quick thing. You told me that when Evil Dead Rise came out, they were giving away little cheese graters.
They were
toys. That's awesome. It's not fair.
And they were also giving away, do you know, laces, like candy laces?
Yeah.
But they were supposed to be like the skin from the cheese grater. And it was called Mam's Spaghetti.
That's great.
Yeah. They were just handing them out in cinemas, and people got, full of blood, little mini cheese graters.
Yeah, that's not fair.
Ella Star says, have you guys seen Descent into Darkness? I watched it yesterday. I thought of you, Curtis. It's a good found footage and quite horrible. I was very tense. Let me Google that one quickly, Ella, because the name isn't ringing a bell, but I might have seen it.
I thought you were going to say, I saw The Descent into Darkness. It was really shit. I thought of you, Curtis. I thought it'd be right up your street. Right, I'll read these while you're doing that. Jordan Moran says, I read the comments section of the review that Longlegs is about the damage we're unaware has been passed down to us by our parents, and the monkey is about the damage we're aware of. Oh, that's a bit deep. I didn't think monkey had any deepness.
It makes sense because obviously there's a lot of people who have got parent trauma because, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but their father's not absent. He's present. He's got an absent father.
Yeah.
He's absent from his kid, and it makes a lot of sense if you really look into it. I obviously spotted all that, but I didn't want to bring. I didn't want to come across as a know-it-all on the podcast. I brushed past it. But Ella, I have not seen that film, but it is now on my watch list. Apparently, I can watch it for free on Plex. So thank you for the recommendation, Ella. I'll watch that soon.
So I'm guessing she's saying that I won't like it because it's just too shit.
No, because I just think anyone would be too scared to recommend a film to you because you're just a bit of an asshole.
No, there's more value when I say it's good. Yeah, you can't be scared of criticism.
You don't. I have a lot of respect on the streets, right? People coming to me, right? I have a lot of respect, right? I may not get respect on the podcast because everyone thinks I only like shit films, but I've got respect on the street, yeah. You know, when people recommend me films, they're on pins for days until I see it, waiting for me to come back with a holy review.
It's funny because everyone thinks that I think everything's shit, and everyone thinks you only like shit films. both shit in the title.
I mean, my favorite film of all time is The Thing. You know, I love street trash, but I wouldn't even put it in my top 20 favorite films of all time.
Yeah, no, it's a shame The Thing is your favorite film of all time because my favorite film is Return of the Living Dead, and mine's trashier than yours, which is ironic.
I know.
Isn't it? I know. You know? Yeah,
but that's only because of your nostalgic connections to it, I believe.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Do you want to carry on reading these?
Yeah, Movie Squirm says, we had that uncle who was a swinger.
Yeah. Yes.
We will try our absolute best, and our best isn't going to be very good.
Yeah, I like him. He's
He
a
says that.
looper.
He says that line. Well, that's Oz Perkins, Jenks.
Oh yeah, are you
Yeah.
sure?
Yes,
Oh,
it was Oz Perkins.
I thought he was an actor. Like, I knew Oz Perkins was an actor, but I
Yeah.
couldn't place him.
So that was Oz Perkins.
Yeah, he's in loads
But
of stuff.
the bit where he's like, your auntie and I, we never wanted any kids. We're the type of people who like to sit down and we don't get back up until we have to.
Yeah.
And we're swingers. It's such a good line.
I can't believe, I guess I saw, when I saw Oz Perkins' face, I thought, oh, he is an actor. And I forgot he was that actor, because I've only got into that actor later in life, where he looks a bit different to his earlier comedies.
Yeah.
Because he was,
I spotted him and I said to my girlfriend, Oz Perkins, because he was in a shot for like 3 seconds. And then I was like, oh, he's one of the main actors. Okay. I thought I was quite like, oh, look, he's there.
Yeah. He's also in a really good comedy, and I forgot what it's called. It stars he's married to the girl from Goonies, the one with the big stupid glasses.
All right, Jenks. You
What,
didn't have to call him stupid.
what's her name? No, there's 2 girls in
Yes, yeah. I can't remember her name, but I know what you're on about.
He's married to her, and it's really funny, and I forgot what it's called. It's in the chat if you could remember it.
Get on Google, boy.
Well, I'm not gonna Google it.
Batshit says pot on the foot and dying on the sign was funny as fuck. Yeah. Oh, when she runs headfirst into that thing. Oh.
That was a great death. That was very much Final Destination. All the beats, alcohol, all that was brilliant. In fact, I take it back. That's my favorite death. I forgot.
I forgot about that then.
Yeah,
I think it was.
I changed my choice.
Yeah, cracking death. Jordan says, I did enjoy it, but I had lowered expectations because of someone's out of cinema reaction shot. Touche, Jod.
Touche. I know. It's really hard filming in the car because it was dark. And you don't have a light on a screenshot. That was a screenshot.
Yeah.
Call it. Selfie one.
Tyler says, I was surprised that it was really an offbeat dark comedy horror. I didn't have expectations. Haven't seen any Oz film before. I'm surprised you haven't seen Longlegs, pal. Obviously, I think that was a film that took over 2024. Huge hit. But I'd also recommend, is it The Pretty Little Things or something? I can't remember the title now, one of his early films. I'd recommend that. And Gretel and Hansel was okay. Gina says, you're on my right when I'm facing that way. Or me or Jenks? Yeah. I stayed. I don't know if anyone else in the chat stayed as well. I stayed for the after credits. They showed a clip of Oz Perkins' next movie, Keeper, and it looks interesting. It was only like a 20-second clip, but it looks like generational. So it showed women across 3 different decades, and I mean, one of them looked like it was set around the time The Witch was set. I don't know when that was, with the 1700s maybe.
Something like that.
And then more modern again, and there's a cabin involved. So I think it's going to be a generational evil connected to this cabin. That's what I got from it. It looks interesting, and he's gone back to the tone of Longlegs. It looks very psychological.
I hope it's awesome now. I just love to see something that blows me away.
Yeah. Batshit says comedic timing of the uncle's death was genius. Oh, it was awesome. Because it's the part, Jenks, where they say, we'll try it one more time just to see if it does do it at random, and then boom, you got that quick cut.
Yeah, that's a spoiler.
Great.
Although the guts is really good. I'd love to know the sleeping bag.
Yeah.
I would love to know what they use to create that mush, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because it's more than just a bit of blood. It's like they must have worked quite hard doing it. If you've seen it, you know what we're talking about.
Yeah, have you seen Phenomena, Jenks? Dario Argento?
Yes, Creepers.
Yes, there's a bit at the end where she's going through the lair, Jennifer Connelly, and she falls into that pool full of that muck.
Yes.
And it looks like the most horrendous stuff in the world. And it was yogurt.
Is it? Well,
yeah. Mainly yogurt. Like.
Most horrendous for you would be beans, probably, wasn't it?
Yeah. Not even discoloured and full of bones and like gross shit, just beans.
I don't care about the bones.
Tyler says, yeah, it was like a meld of the monkey chimes toy and the drummer boy toy. Yeah, mix of the two. I love this design. I'm quite glad Disney copyrighted.
Do you know
Scream 6? I think that's
S6.
Yes, S6. Yeah.
Do you know? I was looking at Rotten Tomatoes the other day, and they were saying with the monkey out, people need to revisit Monkey Shines.
It's such a good film.
I can't remember if I've seen it or not. I remember the cover with a really good drawing of a screaming monkey. That artist that you like.
No, I think you got it wrong. It's just not a drawing. It's just a picture of the monkey, and it's got a black background.
Oh, I'm thinking of Creepers. There's a monkey.
Yeah,
on that. Yeah,
that's Graham Humphreys.
Yes, right.
The monkey with the switchblade.
Yeah, I'm mixing the two up.
Yeah, Monkey Shines is top class. I mean, it's one of George Romero's movies that's kind of forgotten about because of his dead movies.
Yeah.
But I love that film. It's great.
It's easy to forget.
He basically hires a monkey. He's a paraplegic. He hires a monkey, and the monkey starts picking on him.
You forget that George Romero made films outside his dead franchise.
Dark Half as well. Dark Half is great.
And
I love that film.
What's it called? The Crazies.
Yeah.
Kind of zombie-ish.
Gina says Frank was Terrified 3 at Popcorn Bucket. Okay, I maybe get it mixed up then.
Yeah, Terrified.
Dawn says, I took my niece to Knowsley Safari Park, and one of the monkeys sat on the roof, dangling its legs over the windscreen, then peed. Yeah, classic monkeys.
Classic legends. They don't give a shit, do they? Proper badass.
Batshit says Perkins spoke about how we all die, and spoke about how his own parents died, some in crazy and unpredictable ways too. Okay, then. So it's a bit of like a think piece then from his standpoint in terms of like generational, I don't know, fucking hereditary trauma, and I don't know. I'm not that clued up on that stuff. Tyler says, and then Wolfman brought up trauma and then did nothing interesting with it. I still haven't seen it. It popped on Amazon the other day and I was chuffed. I clicked on it. 18 quid to rent, Jenks.
That is
scandalous.
Mental.
Yeah, like 18 quid. Within I'd say within the next month, it'll be down to £4 to rent.
I just don't understand. Like I get their thinking is, oh well, it's cheaper than the cinema because it might be 4 of you and you could watch as many. Yeah. But it's like, well, what if it's only 1 of you? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. Like, there's no one in my house chipping in with me. Like I'll chuck a £5 in.
Knock the neighbours out. Hey, you fancy chipping into this film? No.
Saying that, I seen Last Stop in Yuma County was on Now TV. And I've been dying to watch that film for ages. Obviously, Francis Galuppi has been hired to direct an Evil Dead movie. So my anticipation for the movie peaked. And it's that time of the month now where you're close to payday and you're a bit skint. So I go home from work. I seen it was on Now TV. I don't have Now TV. And I was like, £10 sub. I was like, nah. And then I was like, to my girlfriend, go offers £5 each. She doesn't care about films. And she's like, yeah, go on then. I was like, £5 each just to watch it. And then 2 days later, I bought it on Blu-ray.
Oh, do you ask her to go offers as well?
No, and I paid 18 quid for it, so...
Offers, love, Steelbook. How much is that? 50 quid? All right. Don't forget you owe me that Steelbook.
Ella says, yay, let me know what you think. I'll possibly even watch that tonight, Ella. I haven't got a film for tonight, so I may check it on. And no, Jenks, lol, it's really not shit.
I thought you said no, Jenks, it's not for you, it is shit.
We've got Dr. Red Panda, hello.
Hello,
Hiya,
Dr. Red Panda.
Dr. Red
Thanks
Panda.
for jumping on.
I haven't seen you in here before, so if you
appreciate
are
it.
new, welcome.
Yes, welcome.
Ella Star says, I still need to watch The Thing.
That's disgusting.
You definitely do. It's an absolute masterpiece. I've spoke about that movie so much on this podcast. I just adore it. It's a perfect horror movie.
Do you know what's great about The Thing as well? For people who might avoid it because it's old, because it's easy to do. I've done it myself. Thinking,
it hasn't aged a day though.
Yeah, because it's set in the snow. There's no fashion. It's a bit like Predator, because they're all in military outfits in the jungle. There's no fashion to make it look like, this is the 80s or this is the 70s. And the same with The Thing. And the practical effects are top class. Like, it blows you away.
Yeah, amazing. Jordan says Martha Plimpton. There we are, Jenks.
What's that?
From the Goonies.
Oh, yes. What's the name of the show, though? Oh, I don't like Googling things when I'm on a show.
David, Jenks, relax. You can Google things. No one's going to think you're rude, Jenks. No. You can look on your phone. David says Keeper has the same actress who played the mother of the twin boys.
So that's Tatiana. She plays She-Hulk.
Don't check your phone. Are you on your phone, Jenks?
No, I've got her name, Maslany.
There we are. Put your phone down.
No, I got my notes. That's different.
Movie Squirm says definitely got the witch vibes from The Keeper. Yeah, 100%, pal. I'm hoping it's as atmospheric as The Witch, and as creepy, definitely. Jordan says, that's annoying. There was a post-credit trailer because I ran out to catch the train and the bastard door wouldn't open to the train, so I had to wait half hour anyway.
Look, we live in the age of the internet. You can probably catch it on the internet somehow.
Yeah, but you don't understand. It's the experience of watching the trailer for the first time after one of his movies. It's just a great thing to witness.
Yeah, but you obviously stayed because you knew there was one. You'd never normally wait.
I always wait.
Maybe in a Marvel film, no chance.
I'm in that cinema until the bellboy comes in and kicks me out. Yeah,
hoovering around you. Woo,
feet up. I read all the credits very closely.
Do you know what someone did to me before in the cinema? This is completely off topic, but it bugged me.
Yeah.
Where it used to be £12 to watch a film in the cinema, now it's gone down to like £5, £6. Like scandalous prices. In fact, I paid like £15 to see Guardians of the Galaxy 3, right? And I bought sweets and I left them on the floor, right? Because I just don't care, because I thought, you know what? I'm paying £15. You're cleaning my mess. And a guy next to me picked my stuff up on the way out.
What do you mean?
While I was walking out, obviously I left my pop thing on the floor, and as he's walking, he picked my stuff out. The guy sitting next to me cleaned my rub.
Pick it up?
To be a dick, to show me up, because I was messy, left on the floor. And I thought, and he obviously didn't do it quickly on the slide because it maybe bugged him. He did like as if that was a dirty thing for leave. And I'm like, one, that's my rubbish to leave, okay? And two, I paid 15 quid for this ticket. I put it in the bin. Now there's £5. I put things in the bin.
Did he pick it up really angrily like that?
He did, and honestly, and obviously, if I shouted at him, I'd be the guy in the wrong because he's picking up my rubbish.
Yeah. You'd be on TikTok.
Yeah, but at the same time, you could
ginger asshole kicks off in cinema.
I'm in a court. Like, right, why did you kick his head in? Right, I put my drink down. He picked it up and he kicked his head in. Well, if you'd been there, you'd understand. He was being a dick. Yeah, what a cheek. And what's worse, I'm an opposite of a litter bug. Anyway, carry on. Sorry.
Oh, I did, Jenks.
I'm ranting. I'm ranting.
You've outdid yourself, pal. You've outdid yourself. I've been to your house. It's full of litter everywhere.
Honestly, I get like I hate people littering. But if I'm paying 15 quid, I'm littering.
The bin man takes it easy when he's coming down your street because there's no bins out the front. Just all shit around your house, like. We've got Eli Cortez, always fashionably late.
Yeah, disgusting.
How you doing, pal? He says, "What's up, Curtis and Jenks?"
How's it going?
Do you see that? I changed that to Curtis and Jenks. Don't ever say Jenks and Curtis again.
It goes better, Jenks and Curtis.
Nah, it doesn't. Do you remember that time where you did the bio for our YouTube channel and it said hosted by Curtis Davies and co-hosted by Stephen Jenkins? And I told you what co-host meant. And you were like, oh, change it.
I know, but sometimes I see it written co, as in like
because
they
they're
do
second
share.
best, innit? They're second best. So it's hosted by me and I invite you on every Sunday. So I could literally open the show and say, hi guys, today we've got Stephen Jenkins on the channel. How you doing, Steve? And even though you're on every Sunday, I could literally introduce you and people would be like, oh, Stevie J's back.
Yeah. Or I could just do this and remove you from the scene.
Yeah, can you get rid of my voice though? You can still hear me.
You can't
silence me forever, boy.
I can mute you. He's back. Can you talk?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, just to rub salt in the wound, right? I got a message that said your mic was muted by producer Jenks.
Yeah, producer Jenks. He's the main guy.
Also, a bit of a snitch, because with my job, we work on Teams, and if there's people in the Teams chat, loads of people talking, you can mute people, and it doesn't tell you who muted you on Teams, and I love doing it. If someone's talking, just mute them.
Yes. Are we through?
I've just snitched myself up if anyone I work with is watching this stream. We've got... Oh, I don't think I read this one. John says, I've got Monkey Shines and never watched it. George, get on it, pal. It's fantastic. It's a bit of a long one for a horror film, but it's a cracking watch. Eli says, Jenks, that short story submitted to the magazine was amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks.
Yes, it's the Murder House one. It's called Rich Cross Road. I can't remember what my own story's called. 17 Rich Cross Street or Road. Yes, thank you. Got it. It was published in a magazine. Yeah, I've had a few in the magazines now, which is quite freaky seeing your stuff in there. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Batcher says, no, Frank got a monkey bucket too. Think he has a problem. I need to ask a question here. Does Frank have the Dune sandworm
that looks like an arsehole bucket?
The fleshlight. I don't want to get demonetized here, guys.
Yes,
but it's being compared to a fleshlight.
Yes. If you don't know what a fleshlight is, just Google it.
Don't Google it.
Delete it from history.
Laughing at that bucket is pretty cool though. I would jump on eBay and try and pick one up. I was surprised how big the monkey was in this. I thought he was going to be small. He's flipping huge. At one point, he's as big as the kid.
Are we still talking about the fleshlight?
No. The monkey. I was surprised how big he was. Jordan says, have you seen a link about the mental homicidal chimp stars Terence Stamp and Elizabeth Shue? I know this movie, but I've never seen it. I trust you, Jord. If you recommend it, I will watch it, pal. But I can see the poster in my in my head. I think is he an orangutan, Jord? I think it's an orangutan or something close to that. I'll try and watch it this week. Awesome. I promise you won't be disappointed, Ella. It's a fantastic film. Yeah. My Chunky says, I won't watch The Thing again because of the dog scene. Can't forgive that. That is fair enough. I know a dog scenes can always be a sensitive one. So that's definitely fair enough. There's a lot of bad dog shit in it.
That's one of the best scenes in it, though, isn't it? The creativity in that scene. When I watched it recently, before we did the prep hour review, I was just talking to my wife thinking, how did they come up with this? This is the most like nightmarish thing of like, who thought of this? I don't know whether it's all John Carpenter or his creature effect, because it seems so left field that everything happens. It's incredible.
Yeah. Well, Rob Bottin is an absolute master. Yeah. Eli says, y'all are the fucking best. You're the best, pal.
Thank you.
You're the best, not us.
He's talking to me, Curtis. You're going red now. So.
Tyler says, heard about multiple chimp owners who chimps turned on them after like 15 years of being friendly. Terrifying. They rip off your face, fingers, and lower bits. Chimp's idea of quinceanera. Come on, Jenks, show the author. What's that say?
Quinceanera. It's quinceanera.
Yeah. I know. There's some horror stories with that. There's one where you can hear the phone call to the ambulance, and you can hear a friend in the back being mauled by a chimp. It's horrific. I would never have a chimp. Things are so strong, right? If they turn, that's it. You're done for, like.
I'm sure though that when I think Michael Jackson might have turned on his chimp though, and then I think the chimp phoned the ambulance. Help! It's Michael Jackson. What was his name? Bubbles. Bubbles, is that you? Yes.
Michael Jackson turned on his chimp.
Yeah. Because he just disappeared, Bubbles, isn't it? No one ever saw him again.
Yeah.
I tell you where there's a scary chimp is in Nope. It's not a very good film.
Yes, that's the best part of the film. The chimp that goes ape shit on the show. Yeah,
ape shit.
Ape shit.
That was an accident.
Well.
I know.
That was an accident. That was a total accident.
Hey, that's weird. And the monkey T-shirt. There's some fucking going on today, boy.
Going by. And no one can see it, but Jenks has massive lugs as well. But it's hidden with his earphones.
The one thing I haven't got massive. That sounds disgusting. There's quite a few I haven't got massive. Big nose, small ears. That's where it ends.
Jordan says, get well soon, Jamie, if you're watching. Yes. How Steve, the rich tramp who leaves his crap for others to clean up, lol.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Why should I pay £15 to clean up as well? Cheek. And how expensive are sweets in the cinema? Why not put them in a bin? Getting mad again now with the guy.
You remember what he looks like, don't you?
Yeah, I got PTSD.
Do you know, have you ever seen MacGruber?
The film, yes.
Yeah, well, that guy early on in the film with the car, and it pisses him off, and he keeps memorising the license plate. And he's like memorising the license plate. He's like, anyone six, anyone six. And then later on in the film, they find a notebook, and he's just written it over and over and over again. That's you.
Yeah, it's me. Oh.
Batshit says, here's an idea. Don't buy a fucking chimp. Get a gerbil or something.
Yes.
Wise words there, pal. Very wise words. I would never, ever have a chimp. Jesus Christ. Anything. I don't trust dogs that much. So I'm not going to trust a chimp. I just feel like animals are unpredictable. Some dogs are great. I just feel like animals in general are unpredictable. I know for a fact if I buy a gerbil, that thing is not going to maul me.
Yeah.
The only thing you have to worry about with a gerbil is getting a quick nip on the finger, and that's hard enough. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. You got turtles, haven't you? Or tortoises?
I got two terrapins. I think terrapins. Yeah. And my daughter wants 2 budgies now.
I don't really like birds in cages. I feel sorry for them.
Yeah, but I mean they're going to be in a cage somewhere else, in they? So they're going to be well looked after. Yeah. No, I agree with you. It's obviously not the best. Like, don't make me look like a bad person.
Well,
people buy birds like.
You can't have I will hear the birds in the background squawking around a live feed.
Yeah. We've got Jamie. Hiya, Jamie. There's been a lot of love for you in the chat today. I'm not sure what's going on, but Gina mentioned in the chat that you've been in hospital, so I do hope you're okay. And thanks for jumping on, Jamie. I hope all is good.
I really do.
Yes, a lot of love for you in this chat today.
Yes, a lot of love. And we did think it was selfish of you not to jump on at the start, in spite of whatever's going on. But you know, all is forgiven.
Yes, thank you, Jamie. We've got more love here. Eli Cortez, the man. Gina says, my friend had meerkats and they used to watch the TV with him. Perfect pet meerkats. They would never turn on you, would they? We've got Jamie. Yep, I had a stroke. They're going to put put in his stent either tomorrow or Tuesday. Oh, Jamie, so sorry to hear that. But I hope that goes well for you. I really do.
Yes, definitely.
Gina says, "Hi Jamie, Snuggles from Ziggy Puppy Pup, the iconic Ziggy Puppy Pup. None other than Ziggy. What an iconic dog."
Right, we've been talking a lot today, so we might probably just do this quickly. We thought that, seeing as this is an adaptation of a short Stephen King story, what other ones has he done? Not as adaptations, he's done loads, but short stories. There's a handful of ones that aren't horror, so things like Stand By Me, The Shawshank Redemption, Hearts in Atlantis. But the horrors, we've got, I made a little list here, give me a second. Where are they? So you've got I haven't done them. Where are they? You better start vamping.
Was Mr. Harrington's phone a short story?
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
For some reason, that didn't pop up when I was searching. Either way, that was quite crap. The story was crap.
It wasn't great. I didn't enjoy that one that much.
No.
Although I do always enjoy seeing rest in peace Donald Sutherland. Donna Sutherland.
Yes.
Yeah. Probably one of his last roles, Jenks.
Oh yeah, I forgot he died.
Yeah.
So we've got a few, there's been a few crap ones and a few good ones. Now, my favorite one, just bear with me. I got them all loaded up here. Oh yeah, I can't find it. Give me a second.
Are you still talking about the list, or your Todger?
Start vamping, boy. You're good at it.
I'm good at vamping. Jesus Christ! Let me read a few comments, and that'll be my
that'll be
vamping.
Good.
To be honest, we've just got a lot of love here for Jamie. This is awesome to see, guys, and this is what I love about these lives. It feels like a community. You're all just amazing. You're all awesome people. Love of Dawn. We've got Jordan. Sorry, Ellie, I meant to say hi. My son is being very demanding tonight, so I keep missing everyone's chat.
I'm ready. So
who?
Sorry.
Who says, "I own a chimp? In fact, I have a couple of friends who come close." But do you own your friends, Hugh? That's not a nice thing to say. Do you own them?
So I thought we'd talk about short story adaptations. Now, like I said, there's been a handful of good ones and bad ones. The ones my favorite of the bunch is probably The Mist.
Yes.
Now, I as a writer myself, I think Stephen King doesn't quite understand this concept of a short story, because The Mist is like about 300 pages long, and it's like, to me, that's a book. Because I love this one, and like, for example, I've been reading The Langoliers lately, and that's a short story. It's 300 pages as well. That is a proper novel. How is that a short story?
I mean, if I'm reading a book, I usually go for around the 300 to 400 mark, and I'm like, that's a big book to me, you know.
Yeah.
That'll take me at least 4 days to read, like.
But The Mist is my favorite.
I've read The Mist, the short story. They released it as its own book. I think after the film must have gone really big. But I bought that as its own book, and it's a really good read. But yeah, it's about that thick, Jenks. It's a chunky book, like.
I did the same with Langoliers. But the Langoliers is one of my favorites. It's a very cheesy mini-series. It came out 94 or something like that. Stars Dean Stockwell, who played Al in Quantum Leap, and a few other, and he played David Morse as well.
From Disturbia.
Yes, great actor, giant bloke.
Bloke, small head.
Yeah, he's one of those actors that, unless you're in the know of movies, nobody knows what he's called. Like, I happen to know, because he's not a name, but everybody knows him. A bit like Bobby Cavendale, is that his name? Bobby
Oh, no.
He's in everything. So have you seen Jumanji, the one with the rock in it, obviously?
Yeah.
Not the first one of the rock one, the villain. He's really good looking guy with dark hair. Bobby Bobby
Yeah.
Cavendale or something like that his name is.
He was in The Watcher, the Netflix series.
Yes, and he is in everything. And
Everything.
I told my wife, I said, he's in everything, and nobody knows what he's called. He's even in Ant. He's even in Ant-Man. He's the stepdad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's in a shit ton.
yeah.
Let me read this comment because we've just had Punkachino who's dropped in. One of our members just arrived, lads. Saw the monkey last night and loved it. I've got 13-year-old identical twin boys, and I cannot wait to watch this with them. They're going to freaking love it. That is awesome, pal, that you can share that with your twins. It's definitely a movie for
Yeah.
twins. But I'm glad you enjoyed it. You missed our review, pal. But to sum up, I really enjoyed it. I give it a solid 3.5 stars. I had a really fun time with it. Dropped off a little bit towards the second half, and Jenks thought it was dreadful. So
I didn't. Exactly the same review. Good first half, second half's quite weak. Scraped to 3 stars.
Thanks for jumping on, pal.
Yeah,
I'm glad you enjoyed the movie.
Yeah, so Langoliers is hilarious for the right when the Langoliers actually comes out. The CGI is so bad. It was early CGI, and it was so bad, and it's very distracting. But I'm a big time travel fan. I love time travel stories. I know most of them are convoluted, silly, and like, oh, hang on, if he did that, how would he be there? And all this nonsense. But Langoliers is the most original time travel plot that's ever been. They go back in time and they can't change anything because the past is empty because everybody's in the present. It's like a dead world. Nothing works. Electricity, matches don't strike. And there's these creatures called the Langoliers that eat the past and just keep devouring it until it catches up to the present. Fucking really original.
Great idea, it's so
amazing. Good. Really clever. And,
I'd love them to remake it with a good budget, good effects. Yeah. It's definitely right for a new one. Yeah, I think definitely. I would pick that over most Stephen King re-adaptations at the moment, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Because I know all about the story from you, but I just don't want to watch the miniseries because it looks so bad. And especially not on my 4K TV, you know. I'm not going to watch, and it's on YouTube. I'm not going to see anything like.
As if it's like as if it'll sully up your sort of 4K.
It'll ruin it, boy. It'll ruin it.
Maybe it'll just reject it. It won't even like let you play it. Like it's fucking shit.
Gina says, I watched the Langoliers with my brother, had a great time.
Yes. I used to own it on VHS and I watched it a bunch of times.
Jordan says, I need to read some Stephen King short stories. I've read a fair few full lengths and still have some hardbacks from when I was a kid. Yeah, I went through a massive stage where I was collecting Stephen King books. I just about got them all, the old classic covers, the hardback ones. Yeah. I've read about 5 or 6 of his books. I'm not a big reader, and that's only because I'm such a big movie fan, and I just don't like anything that takes away from watching movies. Now, if I've got any downtime, I feel like it's wasted if I'm not watching movies, and I've always thought that way. If I sit down to read a book, in my head, I'm like, right, I could be watching a film right now. And that's just how my head works. When I usually read a book, I'm usually on a train or something, you know.
I think that's why I love novellas, short books, like 200-300 pages, because they feel like movies. You know, I think if it's a book that's like 500-600 pages, it's like, oh, it's going to take me too long to read, especially with 2 kids.
Who says, I loved The Mist, however, the end as a father affected me. Langoliers is awesome. Definitely, that ending is horrific. We did include it in one of our bleak ending videos. It is a horrible ending, and it's different from the book. And Stephen King is actually envious of that ending. He said in an interview that he loves that ending, and he wished that he had come up with that one. It had the desired effect. I feel like that's what they wanted you to feel. But yeah, it's definitely one of the bleakest endings out there.
Probably because Stephen King's famously not good at endings.
Yeah. Oh, we've got £5 from Abigail Palfrey. Sheba dog clapping his hands.
It's the thing again. The meme. They don't come up.
Is there?
Not meme.
Oh, that's crap.
GIF. What's it called? GIF.
GIF is there. Yeah. Well, Abby, thank you so much for that 5. I appreciate it. You're an absolute star.
Yes, thank you very much.
Jordan says remake it, but bring back Bronson Pinkott, Surge from Beverly Hills Cop. I'm guessing he's in Langoliers, Jenks. Is it?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the cast. I just know the little blind girl in it, who knows about the Langoliers. She is the little girl from Secret Garden. I can't remember anybody else in it apart from Dean Stockwell. Well, Al from Quantum Leap. Yeah, that's it.
We've got Gina. I loved Stephen King books. Been reading them since I was 9. My cousin argued with my mum and brother that I was too young to watch Children of the Corn and was told to shut up. I was 9.
Well,
hey, most of us big horror fans started very young, and I think that's why we've got such an attraction to horror movies, because a lot of it, when I watch a horror movie now, I get that nostalgia hit. Even if I'm watching a movie for the first time, I still get that nostalgia hit because of the way horrors used to make me feel, kind of like a forbidden movie. I say that you weren't allowed to watch. My parents were quite relaxed with what I watched in terms of horror movies because they knew it made me happy. So who are they to take my happiness away?
Yeah, that's the same with crack with me. They knew it made me happy. So they just
Look,
let me
happy,
crack on. Right. Good gateway from what Gina said. Children of the Corn is based on a short story, which I didn't know until I did research for this.
And there's about 20 movies.
Yeah, there's at least 6 or 7 of them, and there's a remake. I have seen 1 and 2 of the original lot. Then I just think they must be making decent money because they kept churning them out. It must have had a fan base.
Do you know, I think the last film may have been like straight to video.
No,
the effects, right? Oh my God, Jenks, you will never see it. I can't remember which one in particular it was, but there's something that flies out of the ground, like something big.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you now, right, it is the worst effect. It's worse, right, than when Samuel Jackson gets dragged into the water by that shark in Deep Blue Sea. Somehow it's worse than that, right? But I'm telling you now, I've got if someone in the chat knows what I'm talking about, I can't remember which one it was because I need to show you the clip, Jenks, because it is horrendous.
What I'm saying is, the Children of the Corn first one was a cinema film, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 were all coming out very quickly straight to video. So there must have been a fan base because
definitely,
it wasn't just like they were trying to hang on to the rights because they were putting them out very quickly. And I watched the second one because I liked the first one. I gotta be honest, I can't even remember what the story of the first one is. Like,
I haven't seen in years.
I don't even remember what the supernatural element is. Like, I know that people love it and it's scary, but that's it.
Jordan says, I still despise one of my mum's friends who borrowed my hardback of Misery and never give it back. What a dick. Oh, what a dick move.
That's disgusting. I know what you feel. It's bringing me back to the trauma I had with that man in the cinema now.
Yeah, you know, I remember I was really into Van Damme growing up, and I remember taking in my Kickboxer VHS. I must have been in like year 3 or 4. Took it in to lend to my mate in school, my VHS, and Kickboxers and 18s, like.
Yeah.
And I remember the teacher like caught me giving it as if I was dealing drugs in it, like slipping in. And she's like run over, took it off me. And I remember it like it was yesterday. I never got that VHS back.
I love Kickboxer.
Never watched Kickboxer again.
Do you know, right? Explain this to me, Curtis, right? I need a theory, okay? Right? So
you're back at the wrong tree. I'm not a very in theory person.
Okay, so Kickboxer on VHS, right? His brother, the guy who gets paralyzed, is an American guy. He's a genuine kickboxer, world champion in real life, right? They had a genuine guy who's not an actor. And he's perfectly fine in it. He's just as shit as Van Damme in it, right? He's fine, right? When they watch it on another version, on the DVD version, they dub over the brother's voice with a different American guy.
I haven't seen it in years.
Isn't that weird though? Like it's not like their brother was foreign or whatever, and the sound is perfectly fine. A different American guy.
Is it?
Yeah, and I was like, why have they done that?
Yeah,
really strange.
I haven't seen in years.
It's a great film.
Right. John says, Same, my chunky. Me being allowed to watch whatever meant my mum's pals were happy to babysit me, and I could raid the video collection.
I
Yeah,
love it.
same. I was always an easy kid to babysit. Chuck me in front of the TV.
Yeah.
Seen 1, 2, and 3 and stopped. Yeah,
Stopped.
good
Stop
call.
dead.
Good call.
Yes.
Ella, I'm off to finish Cobra Kai. Have a fabulous week, everyone. Ella, thank you so much for jumping on today.
Awesome.
Enjoy Cobra Kai. I'm yet to see the final part. I hope you enjoy it, and
Yeah.
I will watch that film very soon.
I'm halfway there.
Good night, Ella. We've got who says Children of the Corn with a corn. Awesome movie. Watch the Christopher Reeve documentary. Amazing, his tenacity.
The
Superman
thing.
documentary.
Yeah, looks meant to be awesome.
Do you know what? I've never seen one of those Superman movies, but I love a documentary, and I'm looking forward to watching that one.
You've never seen any of the Superman films?
No, not the Christopher Reeve ones.
Oh, first two are great.
I had no interest in Superman until Man of Steel, Henry Cavill.
I love that film.
I went to cinema to see it with mates. I wouldn't have normally gone to watch it. Superman wasn't someone I liked growing up. I was
Too
more
powerful,
into
bit too boring.
Yeah, Batman and Spider-Man were my two
Yeah.
go-tos. And I watched Man of Steel, and I was like, oh my God, this guy kicks effing ass.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to the new one now. I should probably go back and watch Reeves.
I think probably Man of Steel is the best of all the Zack Snyder ones, and I think it's
God.
very underrated.
Yeah, it's so good.
And apart from him smashing up buildings too much, it's a really good film. It's a great Superman.
John says the same woman had a supernatural ability to visit when I was trying to watch Exorcist 3. I shit you not, I rented it 4 times before I was able to watch it the whole way through. What a dick. Oh, you're holding on to some resentment here, Jod. You're holding on to some resentment.
Can I say one quick thing about Superman?
This is not a podcast about Superman, Jax. Come on.
This is why my brain works, right? So 2 things, right? So Supergirl, I may have said it before. Supergirl, the TV show. Do you see it? One of those rubbish ones. Well, anyway, I noticed a chicken pox scar on her head, and I was like, how the fuck has she got a chicken's pox? She's fucking Supergirl. What chicken pox? And then I thought Henry Cavill, okay, his teeth aren't very good. He's got very British teeth. When he's screaming, you can see his back teeth are quite bad. And it's quite off-putting because he's meant to be like American and his teeth are perfect. And I was thinking, what brace could they give Superman for him to move his teeth in the right position?
Yeah.
They have to have like a special, like kryptonite one.
Yeah.
Right. Are we? Can I move on to these? Have you finished the comments yet?
Yeah, well, there's one more of who. Children of the Corn, Kirstie Allen falls pregnant, married to Christopher Reeve. She's impregnated by evil, I think. There we are.
Okay. So this is quite a big mainstream short story one, and it came out
I like this
about
film.
10 years ago. Again, I think if I remember the story, he had written a story and he had ripped off somebody. John, I never pronounced his name. John
Taruto, yeah.
In my head, I just see Turbo all the time, and it's just my brain. Yeah, very short story. I think I don't remember if I like this film or not. I think Stephen King just tends to make films with stories with writers. I don't think he's ever made a story with a bin man or something.
Write what you know, Jenkins.
Yeah.
Like we grew up in a rough place, so it was natural for you to do zombie movies because you can kind of relate,
But yeah, Secret Window. You liked this, did you? I couldn't remember if I liked it. I watched it once.
I haven't seen it in a long time, but I loved it. I had it on DVD when I was younger, and I was really into Stephen King. I thought it was a great film. Really good twist. But it's a good twist, but I can't remember the twist, if you know what I mean.
Well,
I think I can actually. No, I can. But I'm not going to say but it's coming back to me. Yeah.
This one was, a few people have mentioned this one.
This is Eli Cortez's favourite Stephen King adaptation.
Yes, I checked this on, especially for him. I couldn't remember who said it, but somebody from the chat. Yeah, this is based on a short story. I think it might have been from Skeleton Crew, one of his earlier ones. I'm not really sure. I didn't like this at all. But
I absolutely loved this film growing up. I had it on DVD. One of my favourite vampire designs ever. He is nightmare fuel. Proper bat-looking face. Is so creepy. And I just love I love the fact that even though he's a bat, he flies around in a little aeroplane.
Yeah.
I loved it, but I probably haven't seen it in 20 years, Jags.
Yeah, Eli loves this.
Yeah.
Right, and this one, I've seen this one. I don't know if you've seen it.
One.
There's three of them, believe it or not.
Yeah. Sometimes they come back again, and sometimes they never go away.
And they still come back, or they come back for more? Sometimes they come back for more.
Yeah.
Something. I remember this. The dude from the Vamp, and I'm blanking on his name now.
And Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2.
Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2. He's the one of the 50s sort of rock. What do they call him?
Yeah. Greasers.
Greasers, that's right. I enjoyed this when it came out. I watched it in the 90s, but it was one of those, I think it was straight to video, and it was at the time when we didn't really know if it was meant to be a shit film or it just came out from the cinema. I don't think I watched the sequels.
I remember always looking at the cover in Blockbuster, and the cover was like a white floor with a devil pentagram and a red hand, severed hand on top of the pentagram.
Is that what I remember this cover? Or maybe I'm
No, that's not the cover I remember. Let me have a look.
Yes, so this one was the last one on the list. We've been talking an hour and a half. This is my favourite.
Oh, there we are, Jenks. Move that. Sometimes they come back for more.
Oh, yes.
That's the cover. Yeah. I remember seeing in Blockbuster when I was a kid.
Yeah, I knew there was like fire and stuff on the original.
Yeah.
They were just bullies when they came back for revenge on the people they bullied. Oh, fucking shit. This was the time when people just studios are just jumping on any Stephen King property and just making a film because he was such hot property. Last on the list before we wrap things up, it's one of my favorites. It's very underrated, and it's 1408.
Yes, very underrated.
The short story is really short. This is like the majority of the story is basically, the scene where Samuel Jackson is talking about the history to John Cusack in the office. Most of the short story is that, and it's very little in the actual room. And I could be wrong, but he wrote this as part of his course when he's writing his book about how to write, and he used this. He wrote this while showing how to write a story.
Is that talented, like?
Yeah, and they made a fucking film of it. I could be wrong. I might be missing a few beats, but I'm sure.
I hope you're not wrong.
I don't think I am. I think it's a very quick story, and it's just I've seen that hotel. I've been to that hotel. It's in New York. And it only looks creepy from the outside. The inside is probably something completely different. But you can see where they picked it because it does look horrible.
They had no right putting Samuel Jackson on the cover.
No, as if he's part of the mystery.
No, I loved this film when it came out. Not to say I don't love it anymore. I just haven't watched it in a long time. But we had a video man that would go around in a white van, and he would stop outside your house, and you'd climb into the back of his van. And
whoa! What are you talking about?
he had literally wall to wall tapes and videos, and you could rent stuff of him. I remember me and my mate Ethan renting 1408 of him, and we shit ourselves. It's such a scary film. That bit when he's hanging out the window and the guy comes with the axe. I think he's got an axe, Jenks.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we used to shit ourselves.
Did you go into the video van, and then when you went to pick a video, it was just painted on shelves? What the hell? There's no videos here.
What's going on?
Where's my video? No, he's taking you away some horrible dungeon. You're like, I still haven't had my fucking video. There's no video, Kurt. He's a villain.
Do you know, right? And I just a quick side story on that, right? Because it's a funny one. When I was younger, we all got told to go to my grand's house, right? Because one of our uncles
And mine.
was no, my mother's side.
Grand. All right.
So we all went to my grand's house, right? And there was all of us there now because they said, "Oh, he's gonna come down with loads of video games, and you can buy some video games of him." And I was like super excited now, and I'll go get some video games. So we're all in my grand's house, all my cousins, aunties, everything. And then it was a ploy to get us all there to say that my grand was sending us to Disneyland, right? And I was disappointed. I was like, "Well, there's no video games." I was genuinely gutted. Like, fucking hell.
That is so funny. That's so you though.
Yeah, genuinely disappointed. Like, I had fun in Disneyland though.
Yeah, I used to have strange ideas when I was a kid. I was a really fast runner in school, and I had to go represent the schools in like cross country, and I was jealous of the fat, lazy kids that didn't have to go. I'm like, oh, lucky. You don't have to go to like in the cold. I was jealous of these people out of shape.
Brilliant.
Right, we've got a few more of these. It's an hour and a half we've been talking shit. Love it.
Yeah, let me. I'll get through a few of these comments, and we'll wrap things up. Then is it? Eli says, "Yeah, Curse, that was an iconic cover. I missed those old covers. You proper drawings, you know. It's starting to come back a bit. John Toronto is it has quite dark undertones, definitely dark. Gina says, second, sometimes they come back again, isn't bad, but haven't seen anymore. Well, I've only seen the first one.
They just churn them out. It's amazing they made 3 of those. 3 films based on, well, I was going to say short story, but they made...
Someone funded those.
I know. It's mad, isn't it?
Eli says, 1408 is so good, especially some of the alternate endings. I don't think I've seen the alternate endings, to be honest. The short story is so much more graphic and atmospheric.
Yeah. I actually bought the collection just for that story. I don't think I even read anything else in it. I can't remember if it's different seasons or something. I can't remember one of them. But I literally bought a whole fat book just for that tiny, like 5 pages. Chuck the rest in the bin, like a Homer Simpson in the fire. Where he throws things.
Ben says, "Hey guys, I'm late again. Bloody 2 hours late you are, boy.
Disgusting.
What's going on?" Jill says, "Ben, that and she was shaking her head while writing that. Ben,
I know,
terrible."
Shall we wrap it up? We've been talking for an hour and a half. It's usually
Yes,
happy?
yeah. I'm happy. Wrap it up.
I'm really, really chuffed that everybody jumped on today. We've got a few new people. I really hope we see you next week. We do this every Sunday, 7 o'clock. We pretty much never miss one unless we're away, but this is our slot. Seems to be work for both of us. We talk. If there's a movie to review, we'll talk about that. If it's not, we'll talk about something else. If there's nothing to talk about, we'll just talk. We'll just let you shit stuff. It's a very chilled community. There's no dickheads. We have had a few dickheads.
And like you've seen tonight with Jamie, the community is amazing. It's just awesome to see. Like before we go live, everyone's chatting in the comments and everyone's getting to know each other. It's just great, and I enjoy doing lives more than pre-recorded videos now. I much prefer doing lives.
Yeah, only because they're easier.
Yeah, they are easier. No prep.
Don Keith says, "Thanks for the awesome episode, guy. Will you be there next week?" Yeah, like I said, we'll be there 7 o'clock.
Next Sunday.
Yes. What is out next week we can review? I don't think there is. We'll have to come up with some other theme.
Yeah. I don't think there is.
Yeah, we don't like to plan them too ahead because new films come up and we have a change of ideas and we're not that prepared. Actually, it's not the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you love horror, please subscribe. If you're on Facebook, please join our group. It's in the description. I think, or else
just Twisted Locker. Yeah, there's no other page on Facebook called Twisted Locker.
No. And if you want to join memberships, if you want to support the channel, it starts from 99 cents, 99 pence. We do upload a lot now. We're trying to do much better. There's quite a lot of stuff in there now. We're trying to put things all the time. Yeah, but it's worth doing it. And like I said, it's a good community, and we appreciate it.
Yes, appreciate you all, guys. You're all amazing.
Yeah. Right. We'll catch you on the next one. We'll see you next week. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys.